shit, fuck, keep messing this shit up. God damn it. Fuck, shit, motherfucker, Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, Jade, and I'm here to talk about brain crack. So, yeah, I'm doing this because, obviously, I said I would in the previous video, and I need something to be out. Yeah. So what is brain crack? Brain crack is a really insidious form of procrastination where you put off something to the day after, basically tomorrow, right? And what makes this one really fucked up is that it makes you feel good. And because you feel good, you've already gotten like your little dopamine shot, and this is especially true if you've told somebody that you're gonna do the thing, and it makes it to where you don't necessarily need to go and actually do the thing to get that good feeling that you want. And with brain crack, it tends to have this way of just spiraling out of control. You know, one day it's like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then you just push it on to the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, until it's basically too late. And you end up wasting so much fucking time on this bullshit, right? And the reason why it's called brain crack is because it's addictive. It makes you feel good, right? And most people don't even realize that they're doing this. We call it procrastination, but like, I think there really is a distinction, or there should be, between this type of procrastination and the, oh, I'll get to it eventually type of procrastination. Both are bad, but this one is just one you don't even think about or don't even notice unless you have a deadline to hit. Then it really starts to like gnaw at you. The reason why people develop brain crack is because they have a thing that they kind of want to do, but they also kind of don't want to do. It's this weird duality, right? Where they want to do the thing because they know it's healthy and it's good for them. And ultimately, the amount of work that would go into it, however, is just kind of unattractive. So you end up putting it off just because you don't want to have to deal with that shit. And a lot of times the core reason, other than work, is just fear. This feeling of, oh, what if I start the thing and then it ends up being like this or whatever, right? Now, I never really came up with the concept of brain crack. I just happened to come across it, and I want to share it with you guys. And I also wanted to talk about my buddy Nick's brain crack. Now, in my opinion, brain crack comes in two forms. There's the form I just mentioned, which is the next day and the next day and the next day, that kind of shit. And there's also the when I have this thing brain crack, right? The when I have this thing brain crack is the whole idea of when I have this thing, then I shall be able to do this thing, or I'll be able to enjoy myself, or whatever, right? You're putting off, an activity or postponing something because you think that you can't do it without certain equipment, when the reality is that that's normally just driven by a sense of fear, or a fear just fucking up or having the thing be bad, right? And this is what I think Nick kind of suffers from, is that he's too hung up on trying to make everything perfect or whatever. Now, I'm not saying not to have standards for your things. I'm just saying that eventually you're gonna have to fucking start. When you're creating something, when you're trying to make a piece of media or whatever, you need to be able to strike while the iron is hot. Just do it, right? Get it out of the way, start it, and try and make it as good as you can make it, right? Holding out and not doing anything will only get you nowhere, right? And there's so many examples of people who are limited in what they have, yet are able to do some amazing shit with their limited materials. A great example would be the movie that was circulating around a few years ago, which I believe was called Who Killed Captain Alex, which was that Ugandan film with a bunch of people from this Ugandan slum, right? And it's literally just a ton of people who don't have any money. They're dirt poor, right? making a movie with a budget of $100, or what would be $100 in US, right? And that to me is like really inspiring. It shows that anybody who is a creative or anybody who wants to make something, like, it's where there is a will, there is a way, and they'll do it, right? And it's not really a matter of how much you have, it's a matter of just getting the fucking thing out there and improving it as you go. The greatest people at whatever the fuck they do never started out as the best people. They started out being like everybody else, and they just did the thing because they wanted to do it, and they improved and they grow, and they became masters of their craft to the point where people now remember them and think of them when they think about that particular thing, right? So it is essential not to get caught up on the details and all the smaller bullshit, because we do not have infinite time. We have a lot of time, probably a lot more time than people think, but we don't have infinite time. So it's important to get that thing that you want to do done. Now, if Nick doesn't want to do the thing, and if he really just feels some weird sense of obligation because I asked him to do it, well, then I'm sorry about that, Nick, if you're listening to this. But if he does want to do it, then this is just something you have to keep in mind. It's about doing that thing. And this isn't just for Nick. This is also for me and any other person who's listening to this who is thinking about creating stuff or just doing anything, but they're just caught in this cycle of, putting it off or just not trying to do it because either they're afraid or they just don't have certain things and they think they need it. Because, you don't. Now, here's a solution to conquering fear. And something that I'm implementing right now as I'm recording this is, like I said before, just strike while the iron is hot. Don't think, feel. Like my nigga Bruce Lee, right? You just gotta go and do the thing. Just do it. Just start. Don't think about it. Let the fear wash over you and let your body just do the work. And in a way, it's kind of almost exhilarating because you get a rush out of conquering this thing that you were previously afraid to do. And after you're done doing it, you can stop thinking about it and move on to the next thing, which is the important part. Like, now you don't have to waste time. Now you're on to the next thing or whatever. Anyway, that's basically all I had to say. Thank you for watching this video on brain crack. The crack for your brain. Like, subscribe, do whatever. Unsubscribe if you fucking hate me and my channel. I don't know why you would, but just do whatever you feel like. And I'll see you next time.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!